Hi, it's Tuesday the 7th of April, and our reading this morning is Luke's Gospel, Luke 12, 22 to 34. You might like to have a look at that whole passage. It mentions peace, and passing the peace is very much an Easter tradition, where people will say, "The peace of the Lord be with you," and others will respond, "And also with you," and usually we shake hands at that point. It's common across denominations in different sorts of liturgical worship. But it's a bit challenging at the moment because we won't probably be passing the peace in that way this Easter, certainly not with strangers. But we'll be living in an environment where we're anxious and perhaps working harder, working with a greater level of stress than normal. And who knows what is going to happen in the next few weeks. But sickness, unemployment, and simply less money are all real possibilities for each one of us. And I know that many people are trying to think positively and pray fervently, praying prayers that bring hope in the dark, gloomy circumstances that we're in amongst this pandemic. And we should be doing all those things. We should be working as hard as we can to find hope and praying as hard as we can. But along with all that effort, I want to invite you, as citizens of God's kingdom, simply to relax, to take a moment of peace where you can. See if you can cultivate some times when you're less tense and moments when you can reflect on God's goodness. I'm asking you to relax and not be so preoccupied with the gravity of our problems. People who don't know God may be anxious, sure, but God promises us that every day He will be with us and that He will meet our concerns. God invites us this Easter to focus on peace. And some of the first words of the resurrected Jesus were, "Peace be with you." Peace is an attribute of God, and it's seen in the risen Christ, and it's woven into God's intention for humanity and is therefore possible. The resurrection makes peace possible. So when you cultivate peace in your heart and hear others do the same, you're giving hope to the gospel message. And that peace that we can experience is implicit in the resurrection. So I'd encourage you to take a few moments to relax and think about the goodness of God. Today, I want to encourage you to pray for your neighbours, whoever it might be in the street or the houses around you. Pray for them. Maybe there are some who are unwell, maybe have cancer, and so they're vulnerable. Maybe some are older people who are vulnerable. Maybe it's someone who has the threat of losing their job. Maybe it's people who just need help. Maybe it's people who, because they don't have transport available to them, are a bit more locked in at the moment. But I want to encourage you today to pray for those people. So I encourage you to do that now, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye for now.